Rams with their Richland County rivals, the Clear Fork Colts, and it was a drubbing. Clear Fork came out and put one on Madison today. Clear Fork coach Nick Allerding joins me. Coach Allerding, last time we talked to you, you weren't smiling. You were a little upset. Tell me what the message was this week in practice following that Ontario duel that gave your guys such a chip on their shoulder today.
Yeah, so like I said, we were a little upset. We thought, we had a shot to do a knock off Ontario, who's a really good squad. So then we had state duels on Saturday, which we lost to Wassey on, and they're a tough squad, Fisher's Galleon. But it set the tone. We went hard. Okay, we went hard this week. We told the guys it's go time. It's final stretch here, so it's time to go all out, right? And so we had a good week of practice, and it showed today.
Man, I love the way you guys are hitting that snap down and coming to that front headlock. I talked about in my broadcast, you're keeping your elbow high on the chin, controlling that far arm, and sometimes you don't need a whole lot of technique, right? When you're just physical. Talk about the physicality of your team today.
That was part of the message a little bit, right? I mean, obviously we're going to continue to work on technique and improving our skills and improving our positions, but also we're going to train where even if you got a guy who's a little better techniques, it's that physicality, right? That's an equalizer, that physicality and that conditioning, right? You take him to deep water, take him to the third period, and that's where you can overcome a guy who might be a little bit better wrestler through that physicality and training.
And talk about the couple weeks Trey Copeland's had, because if I'm looking at it, he gets the pin against Galleon to seal the deal, and then comes out here, is in a dogfight, but just same thing, physicality, pace, and he overcomes right here in front of the student body. What's it like for that kid every day? Because he has to wrestle slosher, and slosher like every day, right? Well, talk to me about his improvement.
Oh, yeah, love Trey. He's been so he didn't start wrestling until last year as a freshman. So he's only second-year wrestler, but his approach is really good, right? He's a smart kid. He listens. He's super coachable, and he just absorbs, right? And he absorbs. So last year, I think he won maybe one match the whole season. Being brand new, and then this year it was kind of a little bit of a switch, right? He's starting to feel the sport, starting to feel the physicality, right? Increase his physicality, increase in wrestling with a little more strength. So we love Trey. He's been awesome, and he actually, so this is the first time he's been down to 190, so he had to drop. He's been at 215, he's been hovering about 200, so he made a drop to certify at 90 today. So he was cutting weight even coming in, so just to tell you a little bit, he was sucking down hard before that match, and then he had to dig deep and won it there in the third period. So that's a testament to how he's trained. And
that's got to solidify him as the 190-pounder for you, because that's been a little bit of a gap in your lineup, right?
Right. So we've had to bump for dual meets all year up at 190. So sometimes we bump Blake, sometimes we bump Alex up, who's behind him, the younger brother of Luke and Blake. So having him down there, that kind of solidifies that lineup for sure.
Very good. Now, I said on the broadcast, no one does assembly duels like Clear Fork, man. You guys had it rocking. The student section was going bananas. And you and I both know what it's like to wrestle in front of your family, your friends, and your girlfriend, right? And you can hear a pin drop. What's it like? Do these guys know how special this thing is? And what's that atmosphere like for a coach?
It's unbelievable. I mean, like I said, even talking to one of the guys at Jake Faust helps out, and he wrestled. He's a D1 wrestler, and it's like just talking about the environment. It's like it's something a lot of us really have never been in. We've had big matches and in some pretty good moments, but not this, right? Not this. This is something a lot of wrestlers have never been able to participate in, and that's what we kind of talk to the guys. Just absorb it, right? So let's focus on wrestling, absorb it, and go have some fun. So it's just testament to our AD Jess. She does an amazing job with all this stuff. Just super thankful for all the support from those administration and program support people.
Very good. Hey, thanks a lot to Coach Allerding for joining us after that match. Huge win for you guys, dominating fashion over Richland County rival. I'm sure they'll have some coaching points after that match. This is Zach Truax. Stick with us. We'll be right back with another interview from the Colt Corral. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Thanks.